Kirby got that dreaded clicking noise and you don't know why? Then this could be the video for you. Now don't forget everything you use in the video today, there are links in the description below for the best place to get those Kirby products. Make sure you check those out at the end of this video. Hi Kirby fans, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to be looking at the dreaded clicking noise. This is for new Kirby owners that may be suffering this issue. So let's dive in, have a look what Kirby we've got and what the issue is. So what we've got is a Kirby Avalir 100th edition from 2014. It hasn't had that much use by the looks of it, it's pretty clean. It has been serviced quite regularly by Kirby. This was given to me the other day just to do a bit of a service on it and they had an issue. So I'll just zoom in and show you what the issue is. At the moment the Kirby is in neutral, but what's happening when they're pushing it along, they're getting that noise. Now there are a couple of reasons for this. It could be the switch. There is an easy fix for that and I will put an iCard above to that video if you haven't seen that one. I'm not sure how long this has been serviced or whether they've actually serviced the tech drive. We'll have a look at the full tech drive and see what could be causing this issue. There's a few tools you're going to need. You can use a Torx 15 if you want to remove that lead. I will remove the lead just in case you want to do that. We also want a Torx 20 and we're going to be requiring some grease, some paper towel and a cloth. So let's dive in and get this tech drive out. You don't have to remove the lead, but we're just going to remove these two Torx 15s here just to get it out of the way. Now round to the front of the Kirby, we're just going to remove these two Torx 20s. Round the back of the Kirby, just going to remove this top hat Torx 20. Just insert a slotted or a small screwdriver here. I'm going to push and lift, pull back and lift up. Now just remove the two rear Torx 20s. Then just lift off the top. So just remove the on off pedal, so unclip that from here, lift it up, twist and out it comes. Now to remove the tech drive, just make sure it's in drive. Now we're just going to remove these three screws. Now just flip the Kirby over gently with your hand there, just supporting the tech drive. Now to remove the tech drive, we're just going to lower it out. What you'll have to do is release this belt as it lowers. Lift that off that middle cog, lower the tech drive out. To grease the axle, we're just going to remove these two Torx 20s. Lift that out. I'm going to slide these out of situ, and what you'll have is a little ball bearing, which is there. So do not lose these two ball bearings. You can see a little bit grubby, a little bit dry. We don't want excess grease, but we do need a bit of good grease there. So to make this easier for the novice, we're just going to leave the wheels on and we're just going to give this a bit of a clean with some isopropyl. Now we're using 99.8% isopropyl. Now we only need grease here, we don't need any further up. So that's why I've just left the wheels on. So you can give that a clean completely. And you spilt, let's give that a wipe. And just make sure that's pretty clean. Now you want to clean the ball bearings. So you can see now they're nice and clean. Try not to lose them. I'm just going to put a tiny blob of grease in there. Tiny blob of grease in there. Drop our ball bearing in. One on the other side. And that should be plenty. So you can see that's plenty of grease. You don't need excess. That's plenty for that. And then we'll slot this back in the tech drive. Now to slot the axle back in, you've got to make sure you've got the top. So these are the top. So the smaller part of that is the top, which will face the top of this. So this is the top. So the smallest face is the top, a bit like a pyramid. These are going to face out, like so. And these are going to slot in here either side. So first up, what we're going to do is slot this side in first. So that sits on the outside. We're going to turn this round so that faces like that. Slot that cog in. Now you're not going to slot this side in first because you need to slot in this grey piece here. So you can see with the white piece, we've got the flat side facing out, we've got the pyramid facing up, we've got our cog in. So now we're just going to slide this one across to compress that spring. Make sure that that one is facing up, which it is, because that's going to go on the outside. Slide that across, drop that down, and that's all slotted in place. Now we're going to replace our two brackets. Got our axle bracket. And we've got our drive and neutral switch, so we're just going to give that a bit of a twist and a clean. So pull that out. Again, we're going to give this a bit of a clean with some isopropyl and just give that chance to evaporate. So we lift that up, slot that in there, slot that over. Got our cam, just going to put a tiny bit of grease just on here. So with your drive neutral, make sure that's pushed forward, it's in drive. Now we're just going to slot this in. Give that a bit of a wiggle. That should locate at the bottom. Locating pin. And we're just going to pop our bottom screw in. So the moment of truth, does this Kirby make noise anymore when it's in neutral? So this is drive, and this is neutral, and no more grinding. Don't forget everything you use in the video today. There are links in the description below for the best place to get those Kirby products. Make sure you check those out at the end of this video. Right, so with that quick tutorial, as you can see, it was a really simple fix. It was just a fact of a bit of a dry joint on that tech drive. Like I said, in the video, you don't have to take the axle apart. Just as I did, you can keep it all together. It's just a little bit tricky getting it together, but you can see it's a really simple fix. And even if you haven't took a Kirby apart before, it's easy to do. So thanks for watching, happy cleaning, and I'll catch you next one.